As an expert in African spirituality, I am willing to share insights into its profound impact on the progress of Africa. African spirituality isn't just about rituals or ancestral connections. It is a living, breathing force that shapes culture, society, and even politics. It has played a crucial role in the past, and I believe it will continue to do so as Africa moves forward. But what does this really mean in practical terms? Let's explore. In many African communities, traditional healers and spiritual leaders are more than just figures of faith. They are essential to healthcare. In South Africa, for example, I have seen firsthand how integrating traditional healing with modern medicine can bring remarkable results, especially in rural areas where hospitals and clinics are scarce. Think about it. Traditional healers don't just treat symptoms, they address the root cause, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. This holistic approach to healing is something modern healthcare could learn from. By combining indigenous knowledge with scientific advancements, we can create a healthcare system that truly serves all Africans. Now, let's talk about identity. African spirituality has long served as a unifying force among diverse ethnic groups. One striking example is post-apartheid South Africa. In a country once deeply divided by racial tensions, spiritual gatherings and rituals became tools for healing and national reconciliation. These practices reminded people that beyond political lines and imposed divisions, we share a spiritual and ancestral bond. Our spirituality connects us to something greater than ourselves. It reminds us that Ubuntu, I am because we are, is more than a concept. It is a way of life that strengthens our societies and fosters unity. Many African spiritual beliefs emphasize a deep connection with nature. Across the continent, communities have practiced environmental conservation for centuries, guided by spiritual values. Take the Maasai people of Kenya and Tanzania, for example. Their traditional land management and grazing systems ensure sustainability, respecting the delicate balance between humans, animals, and the earth. They don't see nature as something to exploit. They see it as sacred. What if more modern policies embraced this wisdom? Imagine an Africa where economic development aligns with environmental sustainability, where we recognize that protecting the land is not a luxury, but a necessity. African spirituality has also fueled political movements. One powerful case is the Ogoni people of Nigeria, who have fought for environmental justice against multinational oil companies. Their activism is deeply rooted in their spiritual belief in the sacredness of the land. Their resistance has drawn international attention, shedding light on the exploitation of Africa's natural resources. But beyond politics, this fight is spiritual. It is about protecting the essence of life itself. This raises an important question. Can African spirituality be a guiding force for ethical leadership and governance? I believe it can. When leaders govern with the understanding that the land, the people, and the spirit are interconnected, they make better decisions for the collective good. Education is another area where African spirituality is making a difference. I have come across organizations that integrate traditional values and spirituality into their curricula. These programs don't just teach history, they instill cultural pride and self-esteem in young Africans. Imagine a generation that grows up understanding that their heritage is not something to hide, but something to celebrate. A generation that learns from both ancient wisdom and modern knowledge. This fusion of the old and the new is the key to true empowerment. Finally, let's talk about economics. Spiritual tourism is becoming a major industry in countries like Ghana and Senegal. Festivals, rituals, and sacred sites attract visitors from all over the world, creating jobs and boosting local economies. People are searching for meaning, for connection, and Africa has a wealth of spiritual heritage to offer. By embracing this, we not only preserve our traditions, but also turn them into sources of economic growth.